inside of this giant and ridiculous box is about 2/3 of the Archon Studios Dungeons and Lasers 6 Caves campaign. This box weighs better than 20 pounds and is full of some incredible injection molded plastic made by some really, really wonderful artisans in Poland. In here, for the Dungeons and Lasers 6 campaign, we have the caves, the demonic caves, and several of the sub-themes. I'm excitable. I'm not very patient. I have been waiting since I ordered this box in January for an announcement that it would be finished and on its way, and now I finally get to open it. Let's see what we find inside. And in this box, we have a whole lot of plastic. First thing we have here is the primary set, the Dungeons and Lasers 6 Rocky Caves. This one says, I want to rock. So we have those. Our next one here is the Demonic Caves core set. Devil is in the details. So both of these are our 2-part sets that we've got here. Then we get into one of the things that Dungeons and Lasers might be best known for, which are their stretch goals and super stretch goals. Dungeons and Lasers uses these campaigns to finance a bunch of the development of their new molds. And so as more people come in, they put more and more and more things in the box. So we got 1 box of stretch goals. Then we've got 2 boxes of stretch goals. And then we've got 3 boxes of stretch goals. Oh, wait. And then they got a box of super stretch goals. And then there's where they went a little nuts. So the largest minis that I have are maybe 6 inches tall. And then they had this guy who's going to finish out at about 9 inches tall. One of the largest tabletop miniatures I have ever seen, and I am so incredibly excited to get to paint this one. So we've got our collection of goals and stretch goals, and we still have a giant box of stuff here. Let's see, it looks like they sent us a note. Yep, they sent us a note, but we're not going to talk about that yet because that's for Dungeons and Lasers 7. All right, so what we have in here next, we have some of the add-ons. So in this case, we have the Focal Points add-ons. This is a bunch of bridges, gates, things like that. Here we have a set of the Cave Tiers. So what this is going to allow us to do is build with much more 3-dimensionality, be able to have things that stack up, and be able to have our caves have some really wonderful depth to them. Here we have the first of our sub-themes. This is the Demonic Caves Ritual Site, home to all of your cultists looking to bring out abominations. Here we have the first of the Rocky Caves sub-themes. We have the Spider Nest, certainly an absolute staple of fantasy. The giant spider, or the great giant spiders. We've got our next of the Rocky Caves sub-themes, the Goblin Lair. Again, another absolute staple of fantasy, the raid on the goblin encampment. Another one of the Dungeons and Lasers stretch goal. This is Gervais the Etten, the two-headed giant. Looks like this one's probably going to be about 5 inches tall or so. We've got another one of the Rocky Caves sub-themes. This is the Deep Mines, the ancient abandoned mine, where they dug too deep. Next, we've got the Chambers of Agony from the Demonic Caves. This is a torture location with caves in the corners, as well as some delightful torture implements. Looks like we have another one of the cave tiers. The thing that I really wanted to add to this set was the ability to really do a lot of vertical building. So I added 2 of the depth tiers and a box. This appears to be an extra sprue of connectors, probably for a bunch of the ice elements. And we come to the final of our sub-themes, the Demonic Caves Combat Arena, for all of your gladiatorial battles. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get a chance to dig into this immense pile of plastic. And as I do, I look forward to sharing that journey with all of you, both through the exploration, the painting, and the building. Thanks so much for joining me.